through various insight from this panel members and various insight from the attendees. Uh, Thank you for joining this live discussion. We will have a fruitful conversation that can help everyone to gather knowledge. We have our panel members who have given their time and become a part and be a part of this discussion. Let's welcome Zakaria Patricio Anasio, who holds a master degree in supply chain logistic management from Guglielmo University, Uni Athena. With a background of sacred theology, he worked in supply chain officer for the UN in DR Congo as procurement officer in South Sudan. Philip Hendrick served as CEO of Psychological Academy, worked as a business security lecturer, excelled as retail business developer. His diverse education background include a degree and certificate in business, security and education, and obviously in IT. Fedas Najar is a sales manager at a Ajmer Gate trading establishment. He has a Bachelor of Business Administration in American University of Sharjah, a Master of Business Administration in specialization of International Business from Louisiana State University, a Global MBA from Abarta University, and an MPhil from UCAM University. Before we begin, we encourage all the attendees to participate in this live discussion and ask questions. It will make the discussion more involving and fruitful. Additionally, we are delighted to announce that a certificate of participation will be provided to all the attendees at the end of the session. Your commitment to this discussion is your dedication leaning to the innovation to data collection will be valued, and we will recognize your active involvement. Thank you for joining us again, and let's start this discussion with the panel members and with our attendees. Thank you.
Thank you,
Sanjita,
Arga.
you can start.
And yes, thank you, Arga. And welcome all participants today. Good afternoon, good evening, good morning to all who are participating from all parts of the world. We have three prominent today panelists here, and we are going to lead the discussions on innovation in data collections. We know that there are lots of trending technologies which are happening in this today's world. And in today's discussion, we are going to discuss about the emerging techniques and technologies that are transforming the data collection in research. And we are having the research, we do the research. So what challenges we face, what are the issues, what are the gaps, and we are going to start this discussion. So my first question is to all the panelists and to all the participants, what are the latest technological innovations? What are the latest technological innovations revolutionizing the data collection methods in research? And how do they impact the research efficiency? And how can they bring the accuracy in the research? So over to you, panelists. One by one, we can start the discussions. And we have Jacharia, we have Ferris, and we have Phillips. So any one of you who can go with this discussion, please go ahead.
Okay, thank you so much. This is Zakaria, as already Arga has mentioned. To start straight away, innovation in data collection, emerging techniques and technologies, transforming data collection in research. For me personally, according to what I understood in this topic, technological advancement has significantly transformed data collection methods in research, revolutionizing efficiency, accuracy, and outcome traditional challenges. Now, two keys innovation in this realm are the integration of Internet of Things, that is IoT sensors, and the utilization of artificial intelligence driven tools. Now, if I can categorize them into two parts, the technological innovations revolutionizing data collection. I can say Internet of Things, that is Internet of Things sensors. It involves a network of interconnected devices that collect and transmit data in real time. And Internet of Things, again, sensors embodied in various objects and environments, enables researchers to gather data continuously and remotely. For example, in environmental research, Internet of Things sensors can collect data on the temperature, humidity, air quality, and more, providing a wealth of real-time information for analysis. And if I come, like I mentioned, the artificial intelligence-driven tools, like technologies such as machine learning, natural language processing, are enhancing data collection and analysis. Artificial intelligence can automate the processing of vast amounts of data, extract meaningful insights, and even predict trends of patterns. At the same time, artificial intelligence-powered chatbots and virtual assistant. I think it can also connect surveys, interviews, or data collection, improving engagement and accuracy. The other part that I wanted to talk about, so I give also chance for other colleagues, successful implementation of emerging data collection technologies. Now, Internet of Things sensors, like in healthcare, sensors in wearable devices, like smart watches, can continuously monitor vital signs. They can continuously monitor vital signs, physical activities, and sleep patterns of individuals. So researchers can analyze this data to study health trends, design personalized interventions, and monitor the effectiveness of treatment as well. Now, the other part is artificial intelligence-driven social media analysis. Algorithms can analyze social media content to gather public opinions and sentiments on various topics. Researchers can use this data to understand public perceptions, opinions, and trends related to specific subjects, providing valuable insights for social and behavioral research. Addressing traditional research challenges, participants' engagement, like Internet of Things sensors and artificial intelligence-driven tools, can enhance participants' engagement by providing a seamless and interactive data collection experience, automated reminders, personalized surveys, and a real-time feedback mechanism that can improve participation rates and overall engagement. Data quality, Internet of Things sensors, ensure continuous and accurate data collection, minimizing the chances of missing or erroneous data. Artificial intelligence-driven tools can assist in data validation and cleaning, enhancing the quality and reliability of collected data. If I want to talk about one thing, which is scalability. Now, Internet of Things devices and artificial intelligence-driven tools allow for scalable data collection across a large number of participants and diverse geographical locations. So the automated and real-time nature of these technologies enables researchers to handle extensive data sets efficiently. Over to you.
Great. Thank you, Jacharya. And there seems to be, like, you have highlighted so many points. Number one is that IoT, that's about the IoT sensors that could lead to the quality enhancement in data collections, and also a seamless integrations, which you have brought about and highlighted in your discussions, and the scalability. That's very wonderful points that you have brought out. We'll go to Philip. We'll go to Philip and we'll hear from him how this would be enhanced and what is his opinion and regarding the innovations in data collections. Over to you, Philip.
Thank you very much. There were so many good things, so many new future technologies we just spoke of. And all of these things, I could add to everything, but we would be sitting here for 10, 15 hours. So I will try to keep it short. Okay. So in data collection, like we all remember when we first started to have contact with the internet, like how data back in the day, it was like a very expensive resource. Remember, like getting some information on by the time from the internet, like with the old dial-up modem, it took so long for it to be on the screen or even to be a complete data. What has changed in the last years, not only the last 10 years, but the last 3 to 2 years, the data accessible to us personally on our mobile phone through the nets and anything else, it has rapidly increased. So we have way more bandwidth, and on our personal telephones, we can more easily access all kinds of data. It's like from data formats to accessibility to the speed of the data. So if we are collecting data back in the day, like when I started back in 2006, when I started with the university, we did psychological data analysis. And I want to show you something very interesting. Do you know how we did interviews back in the day? Might someone have a wild guess? I found an old cassette. I hope it focuses. This is an old cassette tape.
Yes. Okay.
We had, when we did interviews, we went to the person and we have to record it. So this was data collection back in the day. All of these things have improved rapidly. So it's not only AI technology, like he mentioned Internet of Things. These things are all existence, but also the old technology has rapidly improved. So who remembers an iPod? We all have like one device. Most of us are talking on smartphones or like iPads, and even old technology, like even 5 to 6 years back, is fine enough to do your scientific research. So I don't want to blow this thematically too much. We have to talk about that later, but even simple technology in combination with like ChatGPT or other services on AI can still work as a sufficient way to gather quality data. This is what I could add to that.
Great, Mr. Philip. That was really wonderful when you brought out the comparison between how we had been data collecting previously with the dictaphone, with the tape recorders and all, and how we have transmigrated ourselves in the data collection to have a very customized way of data collections. And it has reached our personal, the technologies personal in mobile phone, it's available in all the way tools. Okay.
I would like to add one thing.
Yes,
I know Philip from 2021. Philip is from a gaming industry, so he knows tech so he knows tech far beyond than us. So he is in gaming industry. He knows games, and that's why he knows how to collect data, and he knows all about data. So he is in that industry. He knows the tech. He knows about IoT. So it's been. I would like to appreciate that Philip came into this as a panel member. His way of
thank you.
All the insights is very much useful for us. Thank you, Philip, for joining.
And we'll hear from you, Philip, with all the modern technologies, how you have, transmigrated to the modern technologies in the future discussions. And let's hear from Ferris what he has to say now. And let's hear from Ferris. Ferris, over to you.
Hi. Yes, hi, how are you? So actually, it was interesting to hear from Zachary and Phillips. I'll just add my point of view on the impact of research efficiency and accuracy. So these innovations enhance the research efficiency and accuracy through real-time data capture, objective measurements, and automation. So these innovations have significant impact on research efficiency and accuracy. They allow researchers to collect data in real time, eliminating the need of manual data entry, which he mentioned how hard it was before, and reducing the chances of error or biases. So the chances of error will be not eliminated, but it will be minimized in some way or another. So objective measurements from wearable devices and IoT, Internet of Things, sensors provide accurate and reliable source of data, while automation streamlines the data collection process, saving time and effort. So here it shows the efficiency and effectiveness of implementing the AI and IoT. So what are the examples of successful implementation? Here are some examples I came up with. So examples of successful implementations include AI-driven sentiment analysis in social sciences, remote monitoring in health and medicine, and IoT sensors for environmental studies, basically. So let's take a closer look at some specific examples of how these emerging techniques and technologies have been successfully implemented in recent research projects. For instance, AI-driven sentiment analysis has been used in social sciences to analyze large-scale social media data and understand public opinion and trends. And when we talk about in regards to the health and medicine, remote monitoring using wearable devices and mobile applications, in which it enables researchers to collect real-time data on patients' vital signs and health behavior. And while in the environmental studies, IoT sensors have been utilized to collect data on air quality, water pollution, and weather patterns, providing valuable insights into the impact of human activities on the environment as overall. So addressing the traditional research challenges, these innovative data collection methods address challenges such as participant engagement, data quality, and scalability, as what Mr. Zakaria has discussed. One of the significant advantages of these emerging techniques and technology is that they address some of traditional challenges in academic research. For example, participant engagement is improved through mobile apps, wearable devices, and personalized feedbacks, making data collection more convenient and engaging for participants. Real-time data collection, minimize recall bias, improves the data quality by capturing information as it happens, reducing the reliance and self-reporting. Additionally, automation and AI-driven tools enable researchers to handle large volumes of data efficiently, addressing scalability challenges. Moreover, we'll talk about the benefits as an overall in the regards of the academic research. Overall, these innovations bring benefits such as efficiency, accuracy, participant engagement, data quality, and scalability to the academic research, and where it should add to the academic research. In conclusion, the benefits of these emerging techniques and technologies for academic research are numerous. They improve efficiency by streamlining the data collection process, saving the time and effort, big time. The objective measurements from wearable devices and the Internet of Things sensors enhance the data accuracy, providing researchers with reliable insights. Participant engagement is increased through user-friendly interfaces and platforms and personalized feedbacks, leading to higher participation rates and reduced dropout rates because of the ease of communication and ease of accessibility, we could say. Unlike before, how it used to be by recording, or you have to set a meeting. Like for instance, now we are all, let's say we are each of us is in one country, but we are all set up on a meeting with a link using HTTP link, and we are all meeting together globally. You get my point. So this is the ease of what we are talking about. Only what we need is the Ethernet connection or the Wi-Fi internet. So real-time data capture, minimize, recall the bias, and enhance the data quality. Lastly, the automation and AI-driven tools handle large volumes of data, expanding the scope and scalability of academic research. So just a final difference between, before I end the chat, the AI requires, AI does not require human interaction. There is no real human interaction, unlike the Internet of Things. Internet of Things is like, it is programmed to do some sort of things, but AI is from the meaning of it, it's artificial intelligence, where it requires a lot of algorithms and mathematical calculations. So it has more of a complex solving matters. So once it gets any order, it will analyze it based on what's input in that it has or saved in the system of the AI, will give you the output accordingly. Let's say if I chat an AI or a chat GPT, for example, for instance, like what is the difference from my office to home? The answer the answer that the AI will give me, they will not give me a specific answer, because they don't know the AI, unless the AI knows where I am living right now and where is my office, then only it can give us the exact time or the exact location and the time duration for the distance between the home,
So
point
I
A
would
to
like to
point
have
B.
one question to every
Please.
panel member, because you are in that field, you are have that expertise. So are we talking about qualitative data or quantitative data? So suppose if we are dealing with qualitative data, so how any AI tools can help that? Suppose we are going through so many case studies, right? Case studies, journals, academic articles. So how can we derive data from those tools?
We can usually use simply by using keywords, specific keywords. Then
Okay.
based on the keywords, the AI can respond to us how many articles which tackles the same, like let's say point or same matter or case study which we are working. So
Which
it can,
we will include those keywords, based on that we will
yes.
derive the data. Okay,
So
okay.
she can, or it can give
Suppose
us
they
a
are
narrow
we are doing
research.
an analysis on earthquake in Japan, any city. So consider any city, and suppose that city has having of too many frequencies of earthquake, and there
Yeah.
are articles, there are journals. So we are doing a analysis that how to interpret those earthquake through those case studies. So using any tool, how can we derive those data? As an example, can you tell anyone, any Zakaria, Philip, Peras, uh, can you shed light on this?
And also, I would like to ask, since Feras has brought the AI contribution of AI, unless and until we tell the AI, like, how we want to do, what research design, like depending on the research design, then only the AI tool is going to figure out what data we need to require. So here is a challenge. So we as a human, we are using the AI tools. So your experiences in such like using these tools and all, you can share some case, you can share your experiences. We have Albert who has raised hands also, and we want participants who are here, they can also participate. We will unmute your we will unmute you
They can
so that you
unmute.
can
They can
also
unmute and they
participate.
can talk.
Yes,
I have given allow them to talk.
you have
Albert,
given
you
okay,
can
thank
speak.
you.
Okay, so
Albert,
Albert?
just like you're talking about the AI, I believe strongly that though it's artificial intelligence, but it all depends on the information that you give it. That will help the AI, whether it's ChatGPT or what, to give you the needed information. For example, if I have interviewed, I perform a qualitative data analysis collection, and I've interviewed people. The only thing that the AI can give me is if the AI knows the questions as well as the answers that are elicited from the people. So basically, for me, it depends on your input and what you are looking at. Just like one of the panelists just mentioned, the keywords that you put in, that
yeah,
will
that's a
help you
very
a lot.
good suggestion.
Yes,
That's a very good suggestion.
because it's unlike the Internet of Things, where it is more that you put in algorithm to get what you want. AI is algorithm written by people and maybe considering what other people will need. So depending on what you request from the AI. So you need to do, for me, the AI is not just there to solve problems for us, but we need to know what we want and also be able to put in practice the answers that elicit from the AI, whether it really meets our aspiration. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so
Thank you,
much.
Albert.
In addition to what Albert has said, so what I know also for the artificial intelligence is the natural language processing. I have talked about this, and also the artificial natural network, you see, and then expert system, and then like nowadays you find a self-driving driving car, and then virtual assistant also. This is what AI can help. And you know, nowadays, even in the phones that we receive, that we get, we find the facial recognition system. So these are the things that AI can do, like chatbot, speech recognition, Google Assistants. This is the limit that it can go through. So in my understanding, I feel that artificial intelligence is something that is like you feed it and then it works on. And I think the other speakers have already spoken about it. That's my
Yes.
take.
Okay.
Yes. Anyone from the participants, would you like to contribute on your experiences? Yes, we have Tapiwa Hue, who has raised hand. Yes, you can unmute yourself and you can go on for contribution. Please throw your insight on the same.
Thank you. Thank you for quite interesting discussion. I'm in the process of doing data collection and analysis for my DBA. And I was very keen in terms of the qualitative approach. And with my experience over some years, the limitation in terms of analysis of data collected. So I've been reading around and also experiencing some software to assist in terms of the analysis. And I was intrigued in terms of the way some of this software, I don't want to name name some of the software I've experienced, but this artificial intelligence innovation is quite amazing in terms of data analysis and also the rigor and scope of inquiry one can apply to get more information and the meaning of information collected during a survey. I just wanted to add that no, this technology, this innovation is quite helpful if it is taken on board and is evolving almost on a daily basis. That's what I wanted to add. Thank you so much.
Very good. Daily basis, we are trying to, using this ChatGPT, chatbot, and also the AI in our research every time. When we are writing any content, we are trying to use. Yes, we have, yes, please unmute Oliwa Sigun, I guess.
It's fine, it's fine.
Yes, you can also enable your video. Oliga 7, you can also enable your video, please. Camera, switch on the camera and you can speak. We would like to see.
All right, let me look for my camera icon. I'm actually on the road at the moment. I'm still looking for my camera icon, but if one of the panelists can switch it on automatically, that's also fine.
Okay, no issues. No issues.
Yeah, the little I know about data collection using technology includes the use of survey tools like SurveyMonkey. This provides a platform whereby different participants from different locations can log on to their systems and enter their responses to questions raised in a questionnaire, digital questionnaire kind of format. Other ways to collect data include the use of customer data set that organizations have. Another way to collect data about management include financial records over time, analyzing it over time. This forms a sort of secondary data to be analyzed. Internet of Things include the use of such technologies as webcams, which captures data in an unstructured manner. Use of voice controllers, use of um, such other devices that are able to keep track of what we do. For example, even as simple as our Fitbit smartwatch is able to keep data about how many steps we take over a period of time and helps us review how well we are keeping to health goals. So those are some of the more simpler and easily accessible data collection tools that technology provides us in the current climate. Sorry, I still can't find how to put on my video. I'm actually on the road. I hope that helps.
No problem.
Not an issue. But thank you for your contribution. And that was a nice way of how you had explained. And anyone else from the panelists who would like to share some of the, yes, Philip?
Yeah, I would really say
Yes,
something,
yeah.
something useful for this. Like we all have this device on. We all have access to a certain kind of data device. For example, remember the old step pedometer. Like if you're going somewhere, you can have the steps. Like data collection for most of like the tradesmen have become so easy with, for example, a Fitbit. I can use that. I can implement that in my business, for example. So how many steps does it take for a guardsman, for example,
Yes.
security, to go around? How can this be, even with this, I say Stone Age data, because Stone Age data, it's not that the data is not worth something, but the data is collected in a very easy way. Like he said, like a Fitbit is a very easy tracker because it tracks the steps, it's blood pressure. This is no high level facial recognition, but I can still use that to have sufficient things to have the life of people better. For example, if I want to improve a process, I can use easy data. I can use this technology to make processes and project management easier. Security people, or for example, nurses could do that. We can actually measure how many steps they take a day. How can I feed that into a system with architects or other people to have their life in the end a better one? Because this is data, this is like invisible data we do not see. We do not see the steps a doctor has to take every day in a hospital. We do not have to see the steps a nurse takes. Let's think, how many steps does a mother take? We do not know. So what he said was a very, very important point, that if we can have like the many things that measure our data, we can use that to our advantage. We do not need AI for that. We already have that data, but AI will help us get a solution for that. So this
like
is
in India, there is now this trend is going, considering the same steps. If you have, they will set you a target. If you add that count of steps in the insurance company, what they will do is they will give you a free insurance for the next year.
Yeah.
Considering that you have to achieve those number of steps. What it is doing? It is keeping the person healthy. It is also giving you a free insurance. Easy way of collecting data and also keeping the person healthy and getting a free client. That's a good initiative by the insurance company. It is being practiced in India. I think also it is being practiced in, around the world. So that's a good initiative taken by all the fitness companies. Yeah. We have another, yeah.
And even Philip, what he shared was the Fitbit thing.
That
I
is
use
wonderful.
Fitbit actually.
Yeah.
I use Fitbit. I count the heartbeats. I count the
Yeah, so
stress points and
it's a
also
very
the steps.
efficient thing.
Sometimes it's only 86 steps. So that's very, funny sometimes. Sometimes it's over 1,000. Sometimes it's 200. So that's a personalized data that we get. And I believe Philip is he believes on the personalized, the technologies which gives the personalized data. That's more important for us when we know it for further analysis. Yes, that's great. Now, let's move on. And thank you, Philip, for your contribution. And yes, we have only...
yeah.
Yes, we have
let's
Olu.
add something small to
Okay, great.
something that is happening that probably we are not giving so much prominence to, especially this meeting that we are having is being recorded. In those days, I remember when my wife was doing his MPhil, he has to go around with a recorder, recording he was doing something on the diabetes and all those things, recording, and then coming back home, playing it and sitting down, helping her to write. But in this modern technology that we have, the meeting that we are having is being recorded. We can easily transcribe on the sheet. You can easily do a lot of things with this information. If I'm taking a qualitative data, I don't necessarily need to move to the person's office. I just have to set up a meeting with the person, with his or her permission, record every discussion that we have, being able to transcribe. So it has made, I believe that technology has made the whole data collection a very easy and straightforward approach, where it's helping all of us to even to maximize the data and the quality of the data.
Great. Maximization of qualitative and quantitative data. That is a wonderful sentence that we got. That's great. And we had Oliwa Sigun who had raised the hand. Please unmute and you can contribute. Yes, please, over to you, Oliwa Sigun.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Philip. Thank you very much, Albert, for your contributions as well. And my other colleague. I just remember two other simple data collection methods that are at our fingertips, and that includes WhatsApp. WhatsApp provides an opportunity for you to, I want to use it as a use case now for a business. So for example, if you've given out devices or you have your staff that have access to the WhatsApp platform, you can actually give them data for them to collect. Say, for example, you want to know the closing inventory for each of the items in their location. You can use design a template on WhatsApp and send it to them on WhatsApp. This same WhatsApp they are using is something I've done before, and then they will enter it. And when they enter it, there's a way that I've used before to convert it to Excel, and then be able to pass the data using delimiters to put them into columns and then make them structured data for analysis. Then another simple technique again for data collection includes even our Twitter or LinkedIn, where, for example, we may decide to say, okay, that one will speak more to qualitative data because in that instance, okay, in fact, even for quantitative, because in those areas we can have polls, we can set up polls on WhatsApp, set up polls on Twitter and the like. However, switching to the qualitative part, you can actually use a hashtag whereby we ask the question we want to ask, and then we will get the respondents to provide answers. And then using that hashtag, we will take our data, manipulate it, and then we'll be able to analyze it for decision making and to be able to, especially to get feedback on customer views about certain initiatives or products that we have or that we recently put out or launched.
Yes, that's how we are collecting even the social media, the LinkedIn, the WhatsApp, Fitbit, and how we are collecting. It's the ongoing trend of data collections. And I believe Jacharya has something to add on to. Please go ahead, Jacharya.
Yeah, I have just remembered some things connected to what he has shared.
Yeah.
Back in the days, you know, when we joined in 2002, the office, you know, you come and register your name that you have now arrived into the office. So you write in the book, then it shows that you are in the office. But
Okay.
nowadays,
That's about documenting.
yeah,
Okay.
nowadays is different. Now you come when you arrive in the office, the sensor captured you, and you find a message in the computer that you have arrived at 7:30. And at the same time, when you're moving out of the office, also the sensor will capture that you left the office at this time. So nobody is monitoring you, but now you see how artificial intelligence can just bring this into existence. So that's the point I wanted to add to what he was sharing.
Great.
Everything
That
is
is
being
how you are
captured.
using. Yeah. The data is captured that way.
Yeah, everything is
Yes.
being captured.
Even the recording, yes, only somebody has said, even the recording that has been, it's being captured, the data is being captured here. Yeah, there was Oligo Ocean who is left. Yes, Oligo Ocean is also.
Not only
he
that,
wants
I
to
would like
speak.
to means
Yeah.
when you surf in the internet, you do when you search anything in YouTube, their recommendations will be as per the thing they will share. Means based on your criteria, they will design the page. So it's they know what you are looking for, and they will automatically design the page as per the your recommendation. So data is being designed.
My question here is that, like, suddenly it came up across to my mind. So how your organization is collecting the data? What are the innovative way? So if any one of you can share, what are the innovative ways and tools and technologies they are using for data collections, beside WhatsApp, beside the LinkedIn, the social media platforms? What are the other ways? So anybody could, yes, Philip?
I would, this might sound very odd to you, but we do data collection because I'm working in psychology, but we're also teaching. We also have teaching gigs, and we're also security. We do a lot of things. The first thing we do in data collection is we look up the book, the market, the best book, the best 1 to 3 books on the market, and we use that knowledge which is in this book for further research. Because what I have seen when someone has a project, or even in my own case when I did dissertation, there's a paralysis you have by the amount of data that comes to you. So what we do, or what I advise everyone to do, is you take the book, the most important book from your field, no matter what it is, and you type in the index of the book. And in most books, there's also a glossary at the end, where all the most important vocabulary, you use that data, which is already written down, put that into an AI, or like text-based AI, like ChatGPT. You tell them, according to this, this is what we know. What can we do with this to have the framework? And what can we do further on this? So I have filtered out so much information, but on the other positive hand, I have the information which the scientific community says, this is real, this is published. So I have done, I should have done this many months before, but we combine old technology with new technology. For example, maps, Google Maps, or like many old schools, they have like how many people live there, how is the geography. Using old knowledge and new data will give you the answers you seek. Because what I have seen, there's like many years ago, there was a phenomenon, it's wolfing, what I'm looking for. You start browsing, and suddenly you're not on the topic anymore. And this is so much life energy which is drained. So I say, get a book, get old technology, and for example, Everything you do, document it. Everything in programming, document it. Sit down, do your time, write it down. This is the tip I can give to all the students. Have a real life book, have old technology and combine it with new knowledge. You will be top of the class because no one wants to do it. There's the human factor, laziness, and most people just don't do it. This is what I can add to that.
Oh, wow, that's great. So being a psychology professor, you have contributed in that aspect also. It's documented. Yes, everyone who are present here, please remember that we should document whatever we are doing, because we don't know when the data are going to, get eliminated or erased or just vanished. That's great. Yeah. So yes, anyone, I would like to ask a question, what are the methods, what are the innovative ways your organization is collecting the data for research, for project implementations? What are the ways? Because Philip had already shared his experiences, what he has said. So anybody of you, like Charles is here. Charles has a great knowledge on that also. Oh yes, Nick, yes.
Yeah.
Please go ahead, unmute yourself and
yeah. So I'm in the engineering industry, and one of the things that the engineering industry are looking at with this sort of data collection is condition-based maintenance. So we're using sensors, vibration sensors, infrared sensors, and various other types of devices on equipment. So whereas before you used to have to go and maintain an equipment every 6 months, now we don't maintain it until one of the sensors picks up an error on the equipment, and then that sensor will automatically send a job to an engineer to go and take a look at the equipment when it starts to fail.
Nick, I believe, yes, you are out of reach. We can't hear you.
Sorry.
You are not able to. Yes, yeah. Can you please repeat?
Yeah, so what I was saying was, in the engineering industry, we've started using like data collection with IoT and data tags, where we would put sensors on equipment to monitor the condition. And whereas before in the olden days, you would have to set a preset limit on maintenance when an engineer would attend the site to do the maintenance. Now we're relying on the data generated by the equipment, by sensors and tags. And when those sensors and tags detect the data that say there's a fault, it automatically sends an alert to an engineer to attend. So that's how the engineering industry is obviously looking at data analysis and trends. Oh, that's it from me. Thank you.
Yeah. So Nick has given
We
a good
lost you,
insight
Nick,
how.
again.
Nick has
Okay,
given us insight on the engineering industry, how they are collecting the data using IoTs and everything. Based on the
That's
industry.
nice. They are using sensors.
Yeah, they are using
Sensors,
and-
RFID. Yes, Albert, you can unmute yourself.
Yes,
Unmute and you can go on to speak.
add to what Nick just said, since I'm also in the engineering industry. I mean, for oil and gas, we are looking at what is called a production information system, the PI system, where we have had sensors everywhere, especially this equipment that are sitting below the seatbelt, the seabed by 3,000 meters. How do we get information from them? So we have this sensor that are sitting on these facilities that has help us to actuate it even right from either my phone or from the office. Seeing what is happening. If I'm producing oil, I have to know the oil, the water, the gas that is coming, the multi-phase flow meters are in there to help us to collect data. Unlike those days that you need to collect data topside for you to know how much water is coming from which well and which reservoir zone. With the invention of this technology, we'll be able to determine where which fluid is coming from. So that is really helping. Just even on my phone, I can look at what production that is coming from the fields that I'm monitoring. So it's giving us a lot of information by use of this technology and data acquisition. You don't need to even input any data. You just use the system will just generate the information per second for you. Unlike those days, we need to record data in a day. Now you're able to know per second what information, what data are you getting from the equipment that you are working with, the flow meters, the pressures, the temperatures, and all that. And that is really helping a lot.
Good, great. So personal data collections is what we would like to go on here. My question is, I think Jacharia wanted to speak. Yes, Jacharia, before we go
Yes,
on to the another
in
question.
addition to that, I would like to say in my department, especially in the supply chain and logistic department, we have what we call car lock. Car lock has been implemented by the United Nations for the vehicles that you should have your ID put in the sensor. Then you can, after that, you can switch your vehicle. Otherwise, the vehicle won't start. And also, you cannot go more than 45 kilometers outside the town. So once you reach 46 kilometer, then now the office will realize that you are out of the areas that you are supposed to be. So this has helped a lot. And also they know where you are. They can change, check in the computer, they know where you are, where you're going to, where you're coming from, which destination from the office. So nobody can drive that car unless you have the same, you have that ID, then you can drive. Or else they will notice that you are outside the range of the area. So this is one of the things I wanted to show you from my office.
I
Yes,
think I
Albert,
really want to
very
add
good,
something
yes.
to what he said. Just about a month ago, we had a company car, like he said. The drivers didn't know that we have placed trackers in them. So we just management wanted to monitor the efficiency, the fuel use and all that, and where these vehicles have been going without knowing to the company drivers. So last week or last 2 weeks, yes, we uploaded everything and we could see people could go as far about 300 kilometers from their locations, going to their hometown indiscriminately, and at the end of the day, bringing the bill to the corporation to pay. And this was able to determine by the use of technology. Without technology, we couldn't have known, because we realized that our fuel usage was going up and up and up. So the question is, what is happening? Not knowing the drivers who are using the cars uncontrollable. So that's able to, and we have to ground everything now. And I think going forward, we'll be very efficient when it comes to fuel.
Sorry, sir, can I hear that again, sir? Sorry to take you back.
So I was saying that we had company cars. We realized that our fuel usage is going up. But anytime you question the drivers, they will give you excuse. Oh, we don't go anywhere. We don't go as usual. So the corporation Nicodemously inserted or installed trackers in these cars. So after 2 months' time, the trackers the data were uploaded, and they were able to know that they are going as far as they can go. Some of them go within, especially a weekend. You could see a driver driving more than 400 and something kilometers. That means going all over, wherever he goes to, we don't know. So that has really helped
Thanks so
us.
much for sharing that, sir. Wow, wow, wow. Thanks so much for sharing that, sir. Please, perhaps there's anyone on the call. I actually have a company challenge in the company where I work. We are unable to monitor diesel. It's in close to 200 locations. I would appreciate whatever recommendation anyone has that has worked in this regard to ensure that we reduce the diesel theft across all these locations. Thank you very much, Mr. Albert, for that.
Thank you for sharing what the company does. Okay, that's great. We have Faras and Phillips. Yes, Faras, you can continue. Please unmute and please go ahead. And we go to Philip.
Actually,
Faras,
actually, one of the major good data collection examples during the COVID time, some government authorities or in some countries, they were relying on, the talabat or the delivery of food stuff or grocery stuff for data collection. They were because during COVID curfew was there, so everyone used to stay at home, and they used to order their groceries and some pharmaceutical stuff by the online platform. So these governmental authorities were taking in collaboration with, like, let's say Talabat or the delivery system companies to get statistics where they are getting more orders in which area, that more orders, like, let's say, populated area, so that they can go to that area and they do the test inspection for the COVID tests, where they can have more precaution and isolate that area through the use of Talabat or the statistics. Especially they found out that some areas are 90% of their orders are from pharmacies, from online pharmacies, and they checked which kind of medicine they are using. And all these types of medicines are related to the symptoms or the signs of COVID back then. So that area they will go and automatically they will isolate it, and they will take the precaution on that. So this is how one of the ways, or the technological ways, where it was really beneficial and benefited. And moreover, a small example, I have a friend, he's a doctor in one of the hospitals. So he's telling whenever the X-ray is out for some results, they can use that X-ray and then they scan it, and the AI can diagnose what is the patient has. Example, for God forbid, the patient has a malignant cancer in specific area, that AI will give you like almost 98% accuracy of from previously results which was inputted from the system related to the same issue or related to the same diagnosed problem or diagnosed illness. You get my point. So this is how we can rely on AI and how efficient and effective it can be, and how we can rely on it even in the medical field, and it's becoming very, very actively in the medical field nowadays. By the
Yes, the medical lines are using AI tools very much, because remote monitoring of the patients and all, they are increasingly used actually. And in the delivery of the medicines, and also in the operations and all, they are used more profoundly instead, like post-COVID areas. Yes, we have Philip. So Philip, yes, Mr. Philip, yeah.
Yes. Thinking about when I hear about the supply chain things and also the medical implications, I always think this is a use case for an HR scenario. For example, if you have a little supply chain company, or if you have truck drivers employed, you can use AI or data science, everything. You can use that to improve the life of the persons. Because if we look at statistics, that truck drivers, they are under a lot of pressure, stress, and they are always they're gaining weight because they're in a sedentary position. There's a lot of heart attacks in truck drivers. So what I think you could do as a small company, you could do an easy data collection in the HR department about the weight of the persons and also the health things, but you must communicate that with the person. You must say, this is for your benefit. We do not want you to get sick on the road or to die early or to get cancer or anything like this. If you want this voluntary program, like weight gain or something else, we can do this via data. So, and I think like a company should care for people's health, but they should not be invasive with that. So I think in truck drivers, this could prevent so many heart attacks and strokes, and also the stress could be taken out of it. So like we saw a shortage of truck drivers in the UK, which caused a lot of damage, which is also causing a lot of damage in Europe, where I'm from. And also we see a lot of medical implications, it says. And I think that if everyone could do at least a little bit of difference, and also a little bit of teaching, they could improve the lives of certain groups of people with this data. And it doesn't need to be automated. It just can be data driven. So It's just an idea for you people out there who want to make a positive impact on the world. Use what we already have, what we already know. You do not need the latest tools, but you need your brain. Use the data, your academics, your thinkers, you're smart. You wouldn't be here if you couldn't use technology. So this is just one idea to improve people's life. You can make the world better with ideas like this. Just a quick idea which came to me.
That was great. Yes, Philip. It was great. We have to use our brain and much more than the technologies. Yeah, that was very well concluded, I guess, in all the discussions. Even if, like, we have emerging technologies which are coming up. We have so many emerging technologies. We have not even, apart from AIs, we have very many, like blockchains are coming up. The quantum computing is coming up. There is biometric data and all, the augmented virtual realities. There is like remote sensing and satellites. They are like competing. All countries are competing for data collections through remote sensing and various types of satellites they are sending every day. Then there's like social media. It's increasingly used apart from the AI, the machine learning, the big data, the IoTs and all. Yes. Now, before we conclude, I thank all the participants who are here, and we have lots of insight today on the topic on the innovation in data collection. Apart from the emerging techniques and technologies that are rapidly transforming the data collections in research, or also even if we are personally using data, we try to see the data, we try to gather through our personal existing technologies, mobile phone, social media platforms, we can easily get the data. So I thank here all the panelists who are here, Mr. Philip, Mr. Jicharia, very much thank you, and Mr. Ferraz, thank you for your contributions, the valuable contributions. And I thank all the participants who have participated, especially Oliver Segun, who has given his lots of contributions on today's live discussions. We have Albert, who have contributed so much. And also we have, I guess he has left, we had Nick. Yes, Nick Ralph was there. And yes, Tapi Hui was also there. Thank you, all of you, to give a great insight on the topic. So we leave you here. We'll meet you again in another topic with another live discussions. Follow us in our UniAthena social media platform, and we'll meet you another next month. Okay, so goodbye. Have a great day. Best of luck. Cheers. And all the best for all of you. Thanks.
Bye, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you for joining.
Thank you.
And you
Thank
can
you.
see this, everyone can see this live discussion in the YouTube. Thank you for joining and giving us this lovely insight.
Have a nice weekend. Bye.
We had gone live today for the first time. So
Great.
we are all lucky. You can see the recording in our social media platform. Okay, bye, everyone.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Have a great weekend.
Bye-bye.